Yes, Dezhi with China Central Television. It seemed to me that you have a lot to say on the current situation. But let me ask you, how do you feel when you get hundreds of denies of the entry of humanitarian deliveries into Gaza as a humanitarian worker here? And also, what is the prospect for the coming, let's say, coming month? Will this situation be changed soon?
Yeah, it's a question that we ask ourselves very often. How do you keep going? How do you keep asking the same thing? I mean, I think it's a privilege to be a humanitarian worker in Gaza. There's not many of us international staff. Most of the work we do relies on our Palestinian colleagues, the thousands of humanitarian workers that were there before and are still there and doing most of the work. We take and derive a lot of optimism and hope from them. I think it's testament that we try day after day the same thing with the same result, because that's the right thing to do. I hope that there will be change, and that's the point that we make about member states leveraging everything they can to say the right things, to get the parties to the conflict to allow us to go where we need to go. But at this point, all we can do is ask. We as humanitarians cannot enforce. We have to be allowed to get to where people are. We know we can, and we have to be given the things with which to help them, whether that is medicine, whether that is a social worker, or someone that has to go and protect the child whose parents were blown up in an airstrike the night before.
So a follow-up, with UNRWA soon being banned by Israel, will the situation getting worse?
UNRWA is the bulk of the response. Millions of people are fed daily because of UNRWA's food supply line. More than 15,000 medical consultations every day in the primary healthcare system of Gaza are at UNRWA health points. Thousands of children are in temporary learning sites because of UNRWA. You know, stopping that is going to be a humanitarian catastrophe. And it's not only about whether that stoppage has to do with UNRWA, but it's about the thinking of what will that actually do to the people that need food and water and shelter. There's hundreds of sites that used to be schools that are now actually UNRWA sites that have upwards of 230,000 displaced people living in them. And, you know, UNRWA makes sure that they have what they need every day. That's all going to go away. There's simply no way to replace that.